Okay. Hello, dear friends. Good afternoon. Such a beautiful, beautiful afternoon. So let's have a cup of tea. And this is a chrysanthemum tea. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. First, as usual, I will always rinse a little bit of the tea. Oh, we are running short of water. So this way the tea can be rinsed a little bit and get rid of the dirt. So it's a little bit noisy, the water pot sound, the water kettle sound. And very briefly use boiling water because it's so quick, because it is so quick, so flash, instantly get some heat. It will not damage the fragrance of the tea. So we let the water boil and wait for a couple of minutes. Okay, let's do it. The water is stopping to boil, and I want to show you this teacup, or not really teacup, a little dish. And the other time I mentioned about the beauty of imperfection. As we wait for it, I can tell the story of it. At the very beginning, these kind of bowls or plates or ceramic, they put a layer of glaze. And when the ceramic was heated, finished, they open up the chimney. They open up the kiln, and instantly there is cold air get into it. And the heat resistance of the glaze and the ceramic base is not the same. So because of the cold air, there is a cracking. So at the very beginning, that was a problem. It's a mistake, or it's an imperfection. And the workers or the craftsmen find, well, it is not that bad. We can take advantage of it because it produces a very unique style and unique beauty. So that is the development of this cracked glaze. And it used to be in Oriental country, in China, Japan and Korea. I do not know. I guess there might be, but any time when you have a thicker glaze or heavy glaze, there is possibility of this kind of crack, right? So this becomes a style. And this one, I do not think it's just cracked and done. I feel this is they intentionally make one layer crack. There are many ways to make this crack. For example, when it is finished, soak into cold water or put ice. Or anyway, I do not know the exact process, but through temperature change or the consistency or the condition, physical change, the physical change of it. So it becomes this kind of style. And this one, they improved it. You can see the crack is an underlayer. And the surface layer, there is no crack. And it is good if you put soya sauce, if you put any sauce oil, the oil will not get into the ceramic itself. What do you think? Okay, just perfect. All blue, all greenish blue. I love it. And I drink tea. I do anything. I do not use temperature measurement. And I got one friend saying that you should buy temperature measure, temperature meter, temperature measure, a thermometer for making yogurt and things. And I feel everything can happen naturally when you understand the reason. The temperature of the water is very hot, but if you have a 2 minutes talk, the heat will start to cool down by itself. You do not need a temperature measure. You do not need a thermometer to measure 75, 85 degree. We are drinking water. We are drinking tea. We are not drinking we are not drinking a rigid rule, right? This way, every time there is difference. And this is the beauty of you do something yourself. If you work for a coffee shop, a tea shop, there is a certain rule you serve the tea in a particular rubric. But we are drinking for ourselves, so we do not need to do that. That's the beauty of it. There is a little bit of the chunk of the tea, but it does not damage the refineness of the fragrance of the chrysanthemum. Not chrysanthemum. Why do I say chrysanthemum? Jasmine fragrance. Yesterday I usually like to drink oolong tea because it has a lot of hidden strengths in it. And yesterday I started to drink it, and suddenly there is this beautiful sweetness and fragrance. It's so good. So I want to share it with you. The first infusion, I do not need to make it complicated. Just to pour it in. If later on third or fourth, I will pour in this way. But now we do not need to do that because the tea itself is the first infusion, is quite strong. Let's enjoy it. Look at the color. Maybe I should show you with a piece of paper. I got it. So I have a kitchen towel so that you can see the color of the tea. This is quite a typical Chinese green tea. I think some Japanese green tea, it looks greener. And Chinese green tea also, some looks greener, some looks a little bit more yellowish, some looks a little bit more silverish, some looks a little bit more goldenish. So this is the particular color of it. And when you drink this kind of tea, you can feel the lightness, the unbearable lightness of being, the unbearable fragrance of the jasmine. Oh, it's so good. It gets completely into my lung. Wow, so good. Look at the color. Oh, this is drink light tea. It is good for you. Now I will hold this cup of tea and do my reading of the stories. So how to make your tea not over brewing? Now here we have some water. It's okay. In a couple of minutes you will finish it. You will drink the bottom part, and when it is done, for example, let's do it right here, right now. We finish, we pour it completely out. Oh, still have some more. Almost. The tea is suspended, and leaving the water. That is good enough, like that. Then you can, oh, a drop of water here. Then you can get the tea separate from the water so that it's not over brewing. I got one friend asking, oh, if there is water in my tea, will I damage my tea? No, not at all. Tea is a strong thing. You have no way to damage it if you have good intention, if you have care in your heart, if you have love, appreciation for the tea in your heart. You cannot damage it. Tea is for us to enjoy, is a very humble thing. Okay, see you later, alligator. You will find this exact tea on my Ichi shop, and the tea sets also, and this little cup, it's on my Ichi, not in, yes, and this one on my Ichi shop. I think I have another color. Let me see. Oh, they are almost the same. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Isn't it pretty? I love it. I love this kind of small little things. Okay. It is cold outside. Oh. Every time our family is always washing something. Oh. Look at the flower. Oh. Okay, let's look outside. It's gray and cold with rain, and I so appreciate this rain.